Hello and welcome. My name is Cubeproductions. We're playing Dead by Daylight using the Score Merchant, of course. We're using Hubris, Save the Best for Last, Spirit Fury, Enduring, Randomized Strobes add-on, and Loose Screw add-on to basically make people slower and exhausted during chases. This build is all about chasing people, getting them exhausted, and exploding. But let's get straight to the game so I can show you how good this build is. Okay, we are on Azeroth's resting place, of course using Score Merchant, and we are on the other side of the map where we already know no survivor spawned over here. But you look on this side, we have a 4-gen, basically, over here for free. Thank you, Dead by Daylight. So of course we're going to go straight over there, but first we're going to understand, so not paying attention, the game has started, it's time to run. So now we're chasing her, of course. We want her to drop pallets, because if she drops pallets, then we're going to hopefully be able to use Hubris and get quick, easy pallets, well, quick, easy downs, honestly. But instead, she's gonna loop the main building, the shack building. I hate this place. But luckily, she drops the pallets, so I don't have to worry much about her. And even though our build is mainly about chasing people, I don't like chasing people immediately at the start of the game. If you've seen all my videos, you know that I prefer to patrol the gens first. Because even though I probably should chase survivors, the way they don't do the first gens really fast, there's not really a point, honestly, in using Score Merchant and trying to stop every gen in the game at the beginning, because you're not a fast moving killer. You don't have a teleport or a ability to make you move insanely fast. Like, you do get a little speed buff when people are in your drone, but other than that, you don't really get much out of using her. Her power doesn't give her a speed buff, so because of that reason, I just prefer to stick to a few gens and try and get them secure. So we're gonna hit this person. Hopefully we can down her quickly. Also, another thing about this build that's really good is a survivor stunning you with a paladin, of course, will make them exposed, and Hubris will activate. If we have Spirit Fury 2, we will destroy that pallet, of course. But because of how this hermit works, she lost this pallet. If we didn't grab her right there, which we did, instead what would have happened was we would have the pallet would have broke, and we could have continued chasing her. Because of how Score Merchant's power works, once they have a Cloud Trap on them, if they bought a pallet, the Cloud Trap goes away, but the pallet also breaks, which is a really good addition they did for her to make her better in chase, because they realized she's only good at one thing, and even then, yeah, she's really good at it, it's not amazing. So, that's why this build is actually pretty good when it comes to her. Like, you use the win chases really well, because this build makes them exposed, so you down them really fast, or the opposite, where it just, makes them explode, you down really fast, or you just they break the pallet automatically for you, and then you're like, oh great, the pallet's broken. Also, now that I think about it, I don't even know if them breaking the pallet counts towards Spirit Fury. If it does, then this add-on, this perk combination is actually really good with Score Merchant. It's already pretty good because it helps you win chases with a killer that's not good at chasing people. But especially if the the drone traps count towards Spirit Fury, that would be amazing. But I feel like it doesn't, only because of the fact that the game does say break pallets, so I don't know. But who knows? Maybe it does. Maybe they had a really cool synergy when they made this. But there's no hooks over there for some reason, so I'm gonna have to hook her over here. And notice how, even though we hooked, they did one gen, we still have 2 hooks pretty fast. That's the strength of this build. Is chasing people is actually a lot easier thanks to Save the Best for Last. Now, of course, we haven't got our Enduring Hubris combo off yet, but it doesn't really matter because eventually we can just save it and use it later on. And I think Spirit Fury is a really good perk. I do feel like it should be like 1 pallet instead of 2 at level 3, but at the same time, I understand. So I thought I heard somebody over here, so I put a drone up, but no one's detected it, so of course there's no one over here. But at the exact same time, I know the survivor's over here because I see scratch marks, and I'm not even gonna go on the other side of the map where that 1 gen is, because there's just no point. Like, there really is no point. If you go at Score Merchant, I know people who play against her don't like dealing with it, but at Score Merchant, you really want to just stick to basically taking care of a few gens at a time. Like, you don't want to spend your time and effort trying to go across the entire map to get gens. It's just not worth your time. It'd be different if you're using a killer that moved faster and had the ability to either slow down the game or had the ability to do something special. But instead, we don't have that. So we use this perk build to get quick downs like that. She waited at the pallet to stun me, and it did not work out for her. Because she was exposed. Another good thing about this, even if we don't have Spirit Fury activated to destroy the pallet immediately, they are still exposed for 20 seconds. So all we have to do is chase them for 20 seconds and down them. So Hubris is actually a really good perk, in my opinion, but it is kind of situational. It depends on what killer you're playing or what build you have. For example, because the Square Merchant is not really good at all at chasing people, this entire build is what this entire build is what I would use to win chases. But if I was playing someone like Nurse or someone else, I wouldn't have to do this. At the last second, I saw her, but of course, I still opened the locker for some reason. Then this guy decides to just vault the pallet slowly. I don't know why he did that, honestly, but it's his downfall. These survivors are not really playing exactly 100% right. I want to kick this gem before I decide to pick him up, because even though, yes, this build is focused on, of course, chasing, we do want to always win when it comes to generation pressure. So I'm going to hook him here, even though I'm going to regret this, because this will get rid of my drone, but they'll most likely rescue him and not do the gen, so that's really good for me. I know no one's over here on these gens because of the fact that I have drones there, and even though the drones aren't active at the moment, it's still just, I know no one's going to go over there. But I do have to replace the drone over here, because I believe it's too far away from this gen, actually. So I'm going to get rid of this drone and put it closer, kick this gen, and let's continue. Now, I believe one of the people we were chasing is actually dead on hook, so we're going to go after her first if we can find her, because honestly, getting her out the game as fast as possible makes us be able to win faster. And at first, I used to not chase people as much when it comes, like, well, tunnel as much, but honestly, it makes more sense to get people who are down and get them out the game as fast as possible. So I want to get him down again. He's not dead on hook, but I want to get him out the game, because it's just, I want to make sure that we can actually win. And against, well, not against, but using Square Merchant, again, it's not really hard. Like, I've seen people complain about Square Merchant all the time. I'm like, no. When you play against her, I can see why you complain. When you're playing her, it's a lot more goes on than you think. And that's the reason why it is kind of imperative that we get people out the game as fast as possible to make it easier for us to be able to play. So I'm going to hook him over here. Hopefully this does not get rid of my drone, but I'm almost certain it will because of how this works. So my drone goes away and I'm like, yep, as expected. But because of the fact that there's another drone over there, I have to put it in a certain spot where it's further away from that drone, but also further away from the hook. I'm going to reactivate all of these drones again, of course, because of the fact that we need to make sure that these generators are, These generators are protected. I'll put a drone right here on top of this thing. This way, hopefully, there's no matter where the survivor is when that drone's on standby mode, it will always be able to get them. As I put it like that. I'm gonna break the pallet so I can get one part of my Spirit Fury. I had to break a pallet one more time to get the second part. But Dwight's in a really bad spot because there's no way he has enough time to vault that pallet. Vault that window. So he's injured and he gets down really fast. I don't know why these survivors aren't healing, considering how I'm pretty sure they've seen each other. I don't even know what they're doing. Like, there's one gen across the map. So in theory, they should be doing that one gen. But I feel like they realize they're in a 3 gen already. And they decided they want to try and beat it. That's why they keep trying to do this gen right here. But I'm not allowing them to do it. So I see someone over here. I believe this is the person that's actually dead on hook, but I could be wrong. So I hit her, hit a cloud trap on her, so hopefully she can vault a pallet for us and break it automatically. Yeah. But instead she runs into me for some reason, so I down her. I was trying to see if it actually would vault the pallet, break the pallet, and then the pallet would give us a Spirit Fury stack. But instead she just died, so I hooked her on here. Hopefully she's dead on her. But she is not. So now we have 2 survivors just sitting right here. And we have a 4 gen, so we're in a really, really, really good spot. In my opinion, this is the point in the game where I think there's just no way the survivors can win. I did see someone in the corner of my eye, but I'm going to break this pallet to get my Spirit Fury. And then he's going to see me, and he's going to hide behind the rock, but I'm going to try and go over here. And I get a quick down, and he is definitely dead on hook. I remember him. So I'm going to try to hook this person, but I know they're going to try and save someone while I'm hooking him. The last survivor should be saving someone, but instead, Dwight goes to tier 2, even though that was his first time getting hooked. And I see scratch marks, so I know someone is going to get saved. So she successfully saves her, but it doesn't really matter because now in my mind she was going to go towards Dwight, but for some reason she doesn't go towards Dwight. I don't know why she didn't. So now she's at this pallet, and I don't care because she's injured, and there's no way she's going to be able to make that pallet before I hit her. But she faked me out. Good play on her part, honestly. She went towards Dwight instead of trying to go to the pallet. So she's going to unhook him, or not, because some reason why she cares more about her safety than her friend. Probably because she's dead on hook and she realized that she's not going to try and go after Dwight. But now she realizes the only way for her to win is sacrifice herself. So she sacrificed herself for Dwight, and it's fine by me because I get a quick down and an easy kill. So now you have 2 people dead. And notice how one person, the guy who I hooked third time, quit the game. This is how annoying this build is and how much people hate Square Merchant, even though it was all their mistakes. Like, they literally have a gen on across the map they didn't want to do, and they have other gens over here that just decided they didn't want to do it. So apparently they just chose basically death for themselves. So I know this game's basically already over. I'm not really worried. There's only 2 people left in the game, so honestly I'm just kind of taking my time. They both they both of them healed, but it's fine because it doesn't matter if you heal or not, because once Hubris activates, you're going to be exposed, and if they're exposed, there is no way they're going to be able to survive my hit, especially since I have Spirit Fury now, so the pallet will be destroyed automatically. But I don't know where they are, and the reason why I'm still hovering over these 4 gens is because even though, yes, I do have a 4 gen over here, at the same time, they haven't gone to the gen across the map ever once, so I know they're over here somewhere. So I see someone right here, and I'm going to go after her. I was gonna wait for her to drop a pallet, but I had a free hit, so I chose to just take it. So she can go right here. They're both on the bus for some reason. She's gonna block this pallet multiple times. I'm going to just wait for her to block it and hit her. And then Dwight's like, I give up. So I chased Dwight because of the fact that I want to activate my Hubris and get a insta down. At this point in the game, I know I won, so I'm just having some fun, honestly. Like, literally, I'm not even trying. I don't even care if I missed. I just want Dwight to pallet stun me, but there's just no pallets over here, so I'm waiting for him to pallet stun me. But I did see one pallet, but he chose not to stun me on it, so I just pretend like I'm joking around with him, and I hit him. But I'm mad though because I wanted to get pallet stun so I could show y'all how good this build is actually. Like, this build is pretty good. Like, I know it looks weird, but it's pretty good, and I can't see any hooks because boy over, but I do remember where a hook was, so I'm gonna hook her right there and get her out the game. I believe it's her last hook. She is dead, and now all I have to do is find Dwight wherever he is. Hopefully he doesn't take a long time. Some reason why I feel like he's in the basement, because Dwight logic, he goes in the basement to hide from the killer, but mainly because of the fact that he has a little bit of the drone saw him, so I know he at least was somewhere near a drone, so that's why I thought he was in the basement, but he was not. So now it's the can you find Dwight game, and we did find him. Honestly, he's right next to me for some reason. So we missed our hook. I mean, we missed our hit, but he's stuck here, and there's no way he can go anywhere. So it's a quick down and a quick hook in the basement. And I believe now I finally get to be able to do my challenge where I have to hook 2 people in the basement, because this game was right after the game where I was playing on the treatment theater. Yep, there it is. I finished my achievement / whatever this thing's called. And we got 4 really easy downs, 1 rage quit. It was Square Merchant using this amazing build. So I recommend this build for anyone who wants to win better in chases. And then the game does this weird thing where, like, for some reason, it takes a long time to leave, and that's because someone quit the game again, and I don't know why you're quitting after you're already dead, but whatever. So that was the build. I have, of course, other builds. If you want to see them, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what other builds you want me to use as well. I did read someone's comment, and he was talking about how he had a build using, I believe it was Noed with one of the perks, and I can't remember the other perks, but of course, if y'all have builds y'all want to use, or if y'all tell me a build that you think is useful, I will definitely try and use it in one of my videos. I haven't used Noed because of the fact that I always feel like when I get to the end of the game, I'm already won, so I don't really need to use Noed, and also my builds normally, once I get my 3 gen going, you're not winning. Like, I don't even need Noed anymore because you already lost. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video anyone you know, any social media platform. I love reading y'all's comments. So I will see y'all in the next video. Have a nice day.